What's cracking with you people? Anansi here and welcome back to Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. In the last one, we completed the hero side story. In this one, we're going to go get the other half of the plot from the Babylons, the rogues unearth the truth behind the legend of the shooting stars. And much like every other Sonic plot line that had multiple perspectives, we're probably going to get the beginning of the story with the characters who are not the title characters of the series. Let's jump into it.
That takes care of that trap.
Yep.
I got it!
Look, a shooting star!
Hey, what you doing there, Wave?
Making a wish. They say if you make a wish before it disappears, it'll come true.
How old are you? Grow up! Right, boss? Uh-oh.
All right, Star. Give me the power to beat it.
Whoa!
No! The trap! Looks like my wish came true already!
Escape from the ruins. Reach the goal within 3 minutes and 42 seconds. What is the Ark of the Cosmos that Jet found in the ruins? A new tale now begins to unfold. Daigen device.
No way I'm gonna lose!
So here we are, playing the Babylon side of the story, and we get to see how everything started. While the meteor was crash landing, Jet, Wave, and Storm were off in the Geigen ruins. Well, getting their Ark of the Cosmos. Yes, I know. There's only 5 inside the entire story that was mentioned. And okay, Storm, that's gonna cost your paycheck. I wanted to try to get back into the race here, but I noticed like they said there's only 5 at the end of the hero side story. But yeah, just for sake of gameplay, every character has one. Even Storm and Wave. I don't know why. Like the name was in my head, but I just couldn't say. I couldn't get the words out to pronounce it. But you know, this shows us one part of the story, and we're probably going to get more and more as we go through. Here comes the bomb. Sonic Riders Blue Shell. Does it? Well, not blue shell, but red shell, because it homes under everything. There we go. So yeah, this is your basic get to the end of the race kind of thing. We have 2 minutes left, so I'm not too worried about it. Stuck on the ice. That's what's up. And there we go. But yeah, no, I mean, we get another part of the story, and we get to see what Jet and the Jet University Babylons were up to. And I do appreciate this storytelling, because it gives you incentive to replay the game and really practice the mechanics. You know, it's one of the things I wish they would bring back with regards to the Sonic franchise, because we actually haven't seen a multiple story, a multiple perspective story in the games for a while now. I would say since Sonic 06. And I know, it's like, okay, you really want to bring that one back? Well, no. And I get that they killed it because, you know, that game doesn't do well. But the game didn't do well because the idea was bad. The game didn't do well because, you know, you didn't finish it. But hey, what do I know? Get on my grind wheel here. And yeah, every character has a little speech mode that they use. You can maneuver slightly with regards to the gravity dive. It does what you call it? It does let you move around a little bit, and it does help. But I won't rely on it too much. Oh, it's out of gravity. Sucks to be me. But yeah, and once again, we're playing through darker colored versions of the of the hero side races, just because they need to do something. But functionally speaking, they are different tracks, different routes, different gimmicks, that kind of stuff. So you are playing through different tracks. It's just that they're in the same location, so it feels a little bit like cheating, just like with the previous game.
Aha! I figured it out, Jet.
Yeah? What you got?
As I suspected, the Ark of the Cosmos is an engine unit for the Babylon Garden, invented by our ancestors.
An engine part?
Not just any part. I'll need to analyze it further, but I think this stone's magnetic field is able to transmute a planet's mass energy and create a singularity to...
Can the boring speech. What can this thing do for me?
To put it simply, the stone can temporarily charge up gravity, then convert it to power Babylon Garden's warp drive.
Sounds promising. So that power was gravity, huh?
One more thing. The Babylonian scrolls say there are 5 arcs of the cosmos. One serves as the master unit, while the other 4 attract each other and serve under it.
Okay, so if they attract each other, you should be able to make some kind of arc-finding radar. Get on it!
Understood.
Boss!
Keep it down! And what do you want?
Take a look at this!
Still be in the city area. Once again, that was the scene from Megalo City Museum this morning, when a Mediotech security robot stole a meteorite on display. The robot is at large and is suspected to still be in the city area.
That's an Ark of the Cosmos! Storm, set a course for Megalo Station at full throttle!
Roger that, boss.
Ha! These things really do attract one another!
You're mistaking coincidence for whatever. Anyway, overtake the robot and capture it. Get first place. The strange stone with the power of gravity was the engine unit of Babylon Garden. Get the Ark of the Cosmos back from the security robots. So, as Tails put it in the last episode, And yes, Storm is wearing one on the ring. I believe he's wearing the pink one. I think. I really don't know. Yeah, he's wearing one as a ring. So as Tails put it in the previous episode, the Ark of the Cosmos is supposed to power some kind of starship. And as Wave just put it, that starship is Babylon Garden. I kind of alluded to it in my Sonic Riders playthrough, and the thing that I hinted at was that at this point in time, right after it was right before Sonic 06, and a little bit into. Okay, I almost messed it up. I still think the triggers are drift. I gotta get out of the mindset this is the original Sonic Riders. But I alluded that the Sonic team was not done with space. They had a rather unhealthy obsession with it around this time. And yeah, this will, depending on how you feel about this, depending on how you feel about it, what's coming up is either going to be a really, really cool idea or a really dumb idea. I am of the opinion that it is a really dumb idea for certain reasons because of the implications coming from it. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, really can't complain too much. You know, it's just more of the same. We're now playing a Storm, and he's on a bike as well because he's a power type character. Nice curve in there. I do think the rain effects do have some issue on the gravity, or some effect on the gravity on the traction. I just don't know what it is specifically, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure how I feel about that, because on the one hand, you don't want, you know, weather effects affecting your control and your ability to race. But on the other hand, it does, depending on how it's implemented, it does add a layer of strategy to the the race. You have to be mindful of how you go about, you know, racing. On the last lap, I think. So I gotta overtake this guy pretty soon. There's in first place. I have no boost. Okay, rings aren't bad. That's not what I need. Coming up on the finish line. Oh, I don't. Failed to right there too. Let's restart. So yeah. Because I don't have as much to say about Sonic Riders as I did as much as the first one, because, you know, whereas I enjoy this one, it's not one I come back to very often. I guess I can bring up some random trivia. Like for instance, before the reboot happened in the comics, the Babylon Roads were actually tied into a pre-existing group of villains from the Sonic franchise that only showed up, as far as I know, once in the games. It was actually in Tails' solo adventure called Tails' Adventure. Was oddly enough a Metroidvania of all things, where you had one map that you would just kind of what's one for? You would kind of just go through back and forth, backtracking, finding these special items to help you along the way, build this machine, and hopefully, sorry for getting that caught up. I kind of like, and catch up. And that you just kind of put together in order to get to the end game, which was really odd, but kind of made sense with regards to the character that it was referencing. After all, Tails is known to use his brain more than his brawn. And I think it was called the Battle Cuckoo Army, I think is what it's called. Anyway, the Babylon Roads were actually members of this sect. and they still kept the backstory that Zero Gravity introduced, but the Rogues were a member of the sect, and they were actually a defected. They defected, and they actually stole one of the Arks of the Cosmos on their way out, along with the treasure map that led to Babylon Garden. So, oh, all my gears are locked. Right, so I can't use any of my skills. Interesting power down, but I'll give them credit for that. But yeah, no, they brought that in. They were just kind of low-level grunts. And instead of the Babylon Garden being located in the desert, for some odd reason, it was located underneath, like, the main city where Nicole happened to have set up a new base and home for all the Mobians and stuff. I'm just like, what? I mean, and I'm just like, man, you guys cannot catch a break, can you? But yeah, no, they were, yeah, that's how they were introduced, and they had a couple of side stories. They got beat by Amy and Cream and Blaze in one story, with Shadow, Omega, and Rouge helping out. It was a whole thing. And it's like, of all the ways to tie them into a pre-existing story and bring back an old set of them that have never showed up again, I thought it was pretty interesting. Not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty interesting. Okay, and there we go. First place. Could have had just one robot in, but hey, they want to do their own thing. Nightside Rush.
Too slow! Lost it!
Fated lovers are always drawn together. Okay, you got me. I was running away from those robots. I was so scared.
Hey!
What's that? The cause of all my troubles. I picked it up and those stupid robots came after me. So that's it. Those things must be after this storm.
I guess that settles it. The key to solving this mystery is Mediotech. You two!
I heard them too. Let's circle on ahead of them and gather information.
Just wait, Sonic the Hedgehog. You won't be calling yourself the world's fastest for long!
Reach your destination before Sonic and his friends. Once again, another reach to go in a certain time limit. Sonic has shown up looking for the Ark of the Cosmos as well. The fates of both Sonic and Jet are intertwined by that mysterious stone. And randomly it's snowing. Snowy Kingdom.
You can win with that board?
And as you see, Wave has hers on her hip. So the one thing that I do like about the story is that they didn't try to reboot how Jet and Sonic's relationship is. Jet doesn't really have any animosity towards Sonic. He just wants to be seen as the fastest thing alive. Which, is Sonic's claim to glory. He wants to be the fastest. Okay, come on. Okay, this level could do a little bit of work. I guess it's a reason why I don't remember this level very often when I play this one, because I forget it exists. Put up a speed boost, so there we go. Uh-oh, she's got a wrench! got a little too curvy. This is one of those levels where having the boost, having the drift, either way it was in the original Riders, would have been helpful. But yeah, no, I do like how they just keep Jet as just wanting to be the fastest around. Because, you know, Knuckles at one point was Sonic's rival for a small period of time. And, you know, they played that up in the comics as well, too. They eventually dropped it because I just think Sega had no idea where to go with it, because Knuckles does not leave his island. And then they made, you know, they made freaking Shadow Sonic's rival, and that was just because they were similar. But now Shadow has his own thing, so having Sonic have a rival that is basically just trying to there we go. Now I can use the shortcuts. Yeah, to basically have one of his rivals be someone who just wants to take the title of fastest from him, I think that's a better use of Jet as a character. Always a sucker for the rival story. It's fun. Come on, baby. There we go. Yeah, overall overall it's just you're doing pretty much more of the same. This is pretty much just a just another, what's the one looking for? Just another version, another side to the story. That, as I mentioned earlier, Sega kind of dropped after the 2006 incident with Sonic 06. And I understand it. I get it. It's a lot more involved. You gotta keep track of a lot more moving parts, and it can be more trouble than it's worth, especially if you're just trying to make a decent video game. So I get that. I think they tried it a little bit. Again with Sonic Forces, but even then it wasn't utilized very well. I think what they really should do is, if they're going to try to bring that back, try to make the story very, very different. Like, make it seem like they seemingly have nothing to do with each other. That was a strong suit for Sonic Adventure. A lot of the stories seemingly had nothing to do with each other, but they all tied back into a bigger narrative. Same thing with Sonic Adventure 2. They had parts where the stories intersected, but they were pursuing their own goals until they all converged. Riders and Zero Gravity, same situation. But we'll get more into that next time. I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you later.